the Jets. All that in
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes. So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
10 yards on the pickup.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game.
11 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been in the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's got to play like that to help drive them down the field.
On first down, Hobbs flushed out right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
Second and 10.
Operating from the gun. Hobbs. Pryor has it complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
The Jets at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy. So problems. continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. It feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes on the bootleg.
He finds Smith-Njigba.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Well, Charles, when you think about this defense, this week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Under pressure, and they get it. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Trying to find Breece Hall out of the backfield.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Anthony Schwartz.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's caught to Charles. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Lacy. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now is 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Charles. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a diving catch right side. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Good move at the 30. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. And the Chiefs are going to get him. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Operating from the gun, Hobbs. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Looking to throw. Hobbs. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give them 32 on the play. They'll run with Hall. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is indeed good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. The Dolphins trying to gut this one out, as it would be
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to see. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hobbs. It's complete to Fuller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
At the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 1st and 10, Hobbs flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing on first down. Hobbs toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Charles. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC.
It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose fumble.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On first down, Hobbs. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll try to run with Hall.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Toss right side to Pacheco. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Charles. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mahomes now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Yellow.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And they're going to speed things up here.
8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Mahomes going to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's Mahomes again.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 2nd and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6.
Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here we go.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. That's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Charles.
Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Mahomes.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, they need to score and score quick. One timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes.
Dancing to his left. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point forthcoming. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and